Soulcalibur IV.
Transcending history and the world, a tale of soul and swords, eternally retold. Also, boobs. Instead of looking at random games that only sell like 4,000 or 5,000 copies in the United States, this time we're going for the heavy hitter. We're going for one that's an instant million, billion, kajillion seller. Soulcalibur IV for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. This is Soulcalibur IV for the Xbox 360. I'd been looking forward to this game for several weeks, really. I mean, I didn't even know it was coming out till like a few weeks ago. This is the 5th fighting game in Namco's Soul series. The home console saw arcade ports on the PlayStation with Soul Blade or Soul Edge, Soulcalibur on the Dreamcast, Soulcalibur II on the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube, and Soulcalibur III on just the PlayStation 2. And now we have Soulcalibur IV, like 12 or 13 years after this whole maddening series has started. We finally hit the new generation on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and had to jump right on it because I wanted to see if they could like do great technical demonstrations to show the true processing power of these consoles. And I guess the best way to describe it is Soulcalibur, yeah. Though it seems like all the women in this game have grown. Many different characters in this game. They all have their own unique control scheme, mostly. A few of them are kinda clones. You got Maxie, he's still doing a combo after you stopped pressing buttons 15 seconds ago. Astaroth can still take down 60% of your health in a single combo. And Nightmare or Siegfried is still too fast for his own good. Cervantes, or whatever his name is, he's also still fucking cheap as hell. Soulcalibur has always been a solid fighting series. My favorite fighting game of all time, 2D or 3D, is and probably always will be Soulcalibur 2. And this game plays just like all the previous ones. There's nothing really that drastically changed that tries to improve this game or mess it up. The only big change is that now Soulcalibur's finally gone online, and so far matches have gone pretty smooth. I've been in about 200, 300 online matches, and only about 10 of them got really iffy. I've had a blast playing against my friends online. I got my ass handed to me the first few days, but then I started training with my character that nobody would expect be any good, Yun Sung, whatever. They change his name every other game. You might have noticed a bunch of wacky characters throughout this video so far. That's because Soulcalibur IV has a create a character system. It's surprisingly pretty deep, and even though I'm not really that creative, I made some random chick who wore all white, and for some reason it tends to scare a lot of kids, so I have to bust out Lee instead, which also tends to scare children. I haven't made that many interesting characters. Dina messed around with it a little bit and managed to make some characters from Silent Hill, if anybody's familiar with that. And I did manage to make a few well-known characters. Well, you know who they are. But best yet, you can take these created characters and take them online and battle against somebody else's created character. Someone managed to make a character of popular reviewer Little Miss Gamer, so I decided let's have a little bit of a sparring match. Z versus Lee. But yeah, online mode, that's where you're gonna get 100% of your value right there. The single player modes are a little bit lacking. You have your standard arcade mode, and then you have a story mode. Now usually in story modes on the console games, I remember in Soulcalibur 2 it took like 50 or 60 battles to even clear that. Here it's about a series of 5 battles, and then you get this short, boring cutscene, and sometimes it's just a stock scene that isn't even that interesting. Story mode is at best 20 minutes long, and 10 of those are credits. No! I feel like they should have given me an achievement just for sitting through all that. I mean, this game is so ridiculous that the second you boot up the game, they give you an achievement. The voices are pretty good, I guess. I mean, I didn't really have a problem with anybody. There is an option to change the voices to Japanese, so I guess that's kind of a plus. And also,
my resolve cannot be swayed.
motherfucking Wendy Lee. No matter what game I play or anime I watch, Wendy Lee will always be there, taking the job away from another starving voice actor. They do have a long mode called the Tower of Souls, where you have to ascend or descend floors in a giant tower, trying to meet conditions in battle so you can unlock more equipment. In this mode, you're actually able to have tag battles, where you can tag in and out with other players at will, and this can sometimes link into pretty interesting combos. Now, this would have been great for online play, because you can start a room with a maximum of 4 players, so I figured, well, hey, we can have tag battles with 2 versus 2 or 1 versus 3. And no, they don't. Okay, whatever, I guess we'll have that later on an expansion pack for a nominal fee of 800 points. When I think of Soulcalibur, I think of breathtaking graphics, smooth animation with a high frame rate, and excellent backgrounds. Now, Soulcalibur IV looks good. Looks pretty good. I can't honestly say it looks awesome, but I'm not really sure why. On an HD connection, I do notice a few more details and shimmers in clothing, but that whole wow factor, it just isn't there. Some of the backgrounds, sorry to say, they look kind of like 2D cutouts. For Soulcalibur IV, Namco invited along the Star Wars characters. We have Yoda, Vader, and Vader's Secret Apprentice.
Oh, you done?
Well, actually, in the Xbox 360 version, we get Yoda, and Vader's on the PS3. But hey, the Secret Apprentice is so awesome, he's on both consoles. Man, I looked at the back of that box, and it says, featuring Yoda and Darth Vader's Secret Apprentice. Oh, man. I did have hope, though, they would have Yoda flopping around like a crazy son of a bitch like he did in Attack of the Clones. But, no. This is like post-Dagobah Yoda. Like, after he died Yoda. He is just that slow now. Dude's almost worthless to play as, and he's a pain in the ass to play against. You can't grab him. You can't hit him with horizontal strikes. Forget it. Soundtrack's always top-notch, good stuff. I'm humming it to myself all the time. Overall, I think that while Soulcalibur IV is indeed a solid fighting game, I just don't feel like it lived up to its name or got anywhere close to its full potential. Keeping tag battles out of online play was a huge opportunity missed. Some parts of online functionality, such as using Quick Match to find someone to play against, are broken. And it looks like Namco's going to be doing a lot of microtransactions where they release small little equipment packs or music tracks from previous games for $1 or $2. Hell, at this rate, I'm partly expecting Namco to release an expansion sometime next year called Soulcalibur Tag Tournament. On its own, though, Soulcalibur IV is still definitely one of the best fighters out there today. If you have an Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3, Soulcalibur IV has to be in your collection. This is Lee, signing off for Still Gaming.
Time to pay!
I can't beat her. She has no weakness. Difficult she is? Yoda?
Use the Force, you must!
Are you not my enemy?
Just use the Force!
Okay!
Holy shit!